Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, interesting news coming through in the boxing world. I just literally just saw this now. It's been reported that Terence Crawford um, is about to fight none other than Luis Collazo. Okay, Luis Collazo deal could be done March 23rd at MSG. That's being reported on BoxingScene.com. Luis Collazo. Okay, so let's call a spade a spade, man. Let's call a spade a spade. The fight is a cherry pick. It is a cherry pick. It's not a fight that none of us wanted to see. Like it's a fight that none of us really wanted to see. Nobody was really clamoring for a Luis Collazo Terence Crawford fight. A lot of us were actually expecting for top rank to match Terence Crawford with the other top rank welterweight Kavaluskas, who fought on the undercard of Saucedo versus Maurice Hooker. But that that seems like it's not going to happen. So this is an interesting turn of events. But there is a silver lining to this. There is a silver lining. If this fight is made, I mean, it's not official yet. There is no contract signed. There's not been formally announced. It's just been reported. If this fight does take place, they're saying it'll be March 23rd, Madison Square Garden, Terence Crawford, Luis Collazo on ESPN. If this fight does take place, the silver lining in all this is simply that Bob Arum and Al Haymon are working together. Okay, they're working together because Collazo is a Al Haymon fighter. So you would have to, if you want to be optimistic and you want to be positive, and that's what we're going to choose to be here. If you want to be optimistic and be positive, that this massively great fight will happen at some point in time, you have to believe that this is a step in that direction. Because why? I mean, I know Collazo is not a top Al Haymon fighter, but why, just out of the blue, why would he feed Crawford to? Why would he feed Collazo to Crawford when he has so many other welterweights that he could feed him to? He could have fed him Danny Garcia in an easier fight. He could have fed him to Keith Thurman. He could have fed him to Sean Porter, who's I know he's mandatory, but I'm saying he could have fed him to all those guys. But no, he's feeding him to Terence Bud Crawford. So the only reason I can justify in my mind as to why he might be putting Luis Collazo in there with Terence Crawford is because they are going to start working together. And, it is no secret out there in the world that Top Rank does not have a lot of welterweights that opponents for Terence. Terence has already beat most of them, okay? Especially now Pacquiao not being there, they have even less. So as far as welterweight goes, PBC has the whole division on lock. They have everything. They have all the top names: the Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Manny Pacquiao, Danny Garcia, Errol Spence. They had everybody. They do. Even Jesse Vargas is technically not Haymon fighter these days, so they even have him. So with Al Haymon knowing that Terence Crawford doesn't have a lot of opponents over there, and they know that they can build Crawford Spence into a big fight. It does make business sense. It actually does make business sense to feed your lower level welterweights to Terence that he's going to beat, so that you can keep him busy and he can keep looking good and looking impressive. And then Earl's going to be in a big blockbuster fight at Cowboy Stadium, Mikey Garcia, right? And then you would hope that he doesn't blow that opportunity and lose that fight because he can't. And then from that point forward, then you've seen them meet with each other already face to face. You would expect the road to Spence Crawford to really, from a promotional standpoint, be on the road to happening. That's what I'm choosing to believe. Okay, so if you want to be pessimistic, you can be pessimistic, but I choose to believe with a little optimism and hope that this fight will happen, hopefully in the right time. Because the way I see it is this: there's not a whole lot of guys in America, fighters from American fighters that have any sort of potential to be big names. And if they do have potential to be big names, they're either towards the latter stages of their career, or they've squandered it all. Or so guys like Adrian Broner, Deontay Wilder. I don't think there's much bigger those guys can get. Maybe Wilder because he's a heavyweight, but for guys like Broner, Tank Davis, and then most of the PBC welterweights, those guys only have a certain level they can get to. Crawford and Spence, I think, have a chance to get to another level because of the fact that they have each other as dance partners. A lot of people regard these two as as two of the best fighters in all of boxing. It's one of those. I made a video months ago where I said that Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence can be this generation's Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy Hearns. It's that not in terms of maybe how big it is, but in terms of the skill level, the talent, and them both being top born and bred American fighters. I think it would be good for the sport, the health of the sport in this country, if these two not only got this fight, but if it was promoted properly and it happens in a timely manner. So, as for Crawford Collazo, I think Collazo could be a good opponent for Crawford because, if we go back and look at Collazo's career, he's never been a guy that he always gives a good account of himself. When he fought Keith Thurman, he hurt Keith Thurman, so he's a crafty veteran fighter. He knows how to hurt his opponents. He can find the right shots, whether they be to the liver or up top, and he's a good southpaw fighter. So, I believe at bare minimum, Crawford will get a couple of good rounds in with Collazo, and higher quality ring experience. Because I think it will serve him well fighting Errol Spence Jr. and it'll continue building up at welterweight. And as for Errol Spence, he's fighting Mike Garcia. If you don't blast his ass out of there in 5 rounds, then you got a problem. So that's the news. Terence Crawford, MSG, March 23rd. That's what's being reported. Let me know what you guys think about this and just about Top Rank now working, or not now working because they've done it in the past. Terence Crawford has fought out-hand fighters before. Like he fought was it John Molina and Felix Diaz? Yeah, he fought John Molina and Felix Diaz. So he's fought out-hand fighters before, but I think for me, there might be more of a urgency to work with Terence Crawford from the PBC side of things because they know that Top Rank is short of opponents, and they know that this fight with Spence, if done properly, can actually be a big fight. So I'll be keeping my eye on Crawford's career even more, seeing if they continue to do this, if they throw more PBC welterweights in there with it. Maybe like if your Dennis Ugas loses to Porter, they might throw him in there, or maybe Granados if Granados doesn't get past Danny Garcia. You don't know. We'll see though. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. Like I say in every single video, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.